Hey loves, it's Brianna. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a vlog style foodie Friday. I'll be sharing what I eat in a day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I figured since I'm doing it vlog style, I would share a little bit of our morning routine so you get to see the kiddos before I start work in the morning. But typical mom life, I start off with a cup of coffee to fuel me through the morning routine. Especially lately, I've been on solo mom duty before work. If you're new, I work from home and my husband had an injury at the gym, so he can't lift anything over 10 pounds, and I've been getting the kiddos ready for the day solo. But I will, over breakfast, share a little bit about just my postpartum health and weight loss. But I first have to get the kiddos dressed for the day, get them their breakfast, and put them in the car to go over to my Gigi's house, who's our caregiver. But get your coffee, wine, or popcorn, depending on what time of day you're watching this, and we'll have a chit chat soon. And here you can see what my kiddos are eating for breakfast. I use olive oil spread instead of butter. I also usually try to incorporate some kind of fruit for breakfast, and since today we were running a little bit behind because of my husband's doctor's appointment he had to get to, I got those on-the-go fruit pouches. And Presley loves carbs for breakfast. The girl just kills muffins every single day. If you're new, Presley just turned 1 in May, and my son Landon just turned 3 in April. You're dozed in there. Bye, Presley. Love you. Bye-bye. Bye, Daddy. Love you. Are you a boss mom? Look at your cup.
Yep. Definitely boss mom.
You're a boss mom.
You always steal all mine.
I always steal your cups. Bye. Hey loves, it's Brianna. Today's video is a Foodie Friday vlog. I'm gonna be sharing with you what I eat in a day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, desserts, drinks, whatever I eat or drink today, I will be sharing with you. But I figured I would sit down over breakfast and just chit chat with you guys a little bit because I've gotten so many requests to do a what I eat in a day video because I've had, honestly, some pretty significant postpartum weight loss. A lot of it, I will say, is due to stress, but I also made some pretty significant changes in my diet starting in January when I was experiencing really severe chest pains, and I was very concerned that I was having some kind of heart problem or heart attacks. Went to the doctor, they did an EKG and all of these other tests. They ruled everything out, and he said I was just experiencing postpartum anxiety. So I share this because if you're going through those same kind of feelings, the doctor did say postpartum anxiety happens. Like, don't feel like you're abnormal. This is something that does happen. You just hear, I think, a lot more about postpartum depression than postpartum anxiety. And he recommended 2 changes that I make. The first was ensuring that every single day I get 20 minutes of cardio. He said it doesn't have to be the extreme, but it could be something as simple as walking, just getting up, moving around for 20 minutes, cleaning your house for 20 minutes, which I definitely do that. Especially if you saw my weekly cleaning routine video, you kind of see how I chunk up the housework over the course of a week. Just because when I'm working during the day, there's only then so much time I have for cleaning after work. But the second thing, and that's kind of what I wanted to then share as part of this Foodie Friday video, is switching to the Mediterranean diet. And I hadn't heard much about the Mediterranean diet before he sort of shared a lot more resources with me. And I'm so happy I made the switch because I think it allowed me to personally avoid having to take any kind of medication to resolve my postpartum anxiety. Not that there's anything wrong with medication, but at the time I went to see him, I was nursing Presley. So I was really trying to avoid any kind of medication because I wanted to continue breastfeeding her. So the Mediterranean diet, put very simply, as many fruit and veggies as possible. You eliminate as much processed foods as you can. You should really only also have natural sweeteners like honey. You should avoid butters and very saturated animal fats and stick to things like olive oil when you're cooking. And then really try to limit the red meats, which for me is a bit tricky because I feel like growing up, especially being Italian, like red meat or ground meat was a part of a lot of meals. So it's having as lean of red meat as possible when you eat it, and then sticking to chicken, fish, much leaner cuts of meat. And this is my favorite part of the diet. When he shared this with me, I was like, I can do this. It's a daily glass of red wine. If you watched my videos before, you know that that's not a problem for me. But I do think there is something to that daily glass of red wine, because my poppy, who was Sicilian, we're Italian Sicilian. I just did the Ancestry.com genetics testing, and it's been verified. I am definitely Sicilian. But my grandfather, he was one of 8, and it wasn't a plague, but it was some other type of illness, and there was 8 children in his family, and they all had a glass of red wine. Again, it's not to get drunk, it's simply to go along with the meal that you're having. But none of the 8 kids in his family got sick when there was this very severe illness, and the rest of the street, all of the other families and kids were getting sick, and none of the 8 kids in his family got sick. And they all lived also to be in their 80s and 90s. So I believe in the power of a glass of red wine every single day. And when it comes to desserts, you should really avoid any kind of baked goods, processed goods, and sweets, candy, that kind of a thing. But dark chocolate is part of the Mediterranean diet. So I was like, red wine and dark chocolate, I can totally make this work. But I feel like I have seen such a change. Postpartum weight loss, it didn't happen drastically, but definitely every single month I was losing little bit until I was back down to my postpartum weight. And I'm actually a few pounds under what my postpartum weight with Presley was. I was like 122 pounds, I think, when I got pregnant with her. And I'm like 118 right now, which this is lower than normal for me. And I think it is just due to a lot of stress that we've had recently. If you've watched some of the other videos, there's just been so much going on with our family health-wise, between Landon's allergies, my dad, you know, has MS, my grandpa had a recent surgery, and just some other health things going on. Adam pulled an abdominal muscle, so in my last video, it was a solo mom routine. I'm literally doing like solo mom morning routine, bedtime routine. So there just feels like there's a lot on me right now. So I think I'm just extra stressed out. But I almost feel like I should be titling this like Chit Chatty Breakfast with Brie, because that's what's happening here. And I'm like so hungry because I didn't even get to make this until like after I got the kids out the door, got myself ready, had to do a few emails and a phone call, and finally could sit down and eat my breakfast. But it is just like oatmeal. I made like cranberry almond oatmeal with blackberries, bananas, raspberries, and I made a second cup of coffee to get me through today. But this Foodie Friday vlog is in collaboration with Aaryn Williams. She's the one who started this Foodie Friday thing, I think. But we've become really good friends since our Vegas YouTube moms trip. We really have connected over our obsession for Disney. I cannot wait. She's going with her family in the fall. You know, I'll be clicking into your channel, even though I have my bell notifications turned on. But the week you get back, I'm gonna be ready for those Disney vlogs, girl. Second, she is such a boss. And I know I have done some boss mom videos on my channel, but truly, Aaryn, between her diaper bag line, her jewelry line, her channel, the other businesses she owns, she's given me such good boss mom, businesswoman advice, and I truly appreciate that. And one of the things I don't think you would ever know from the Vegas vlogs, and this isn't, I'm not spilling any tea, this isn't anything like that, but it's something you just wouldn't see. We had a very ambitious schedule. This girl was always on time, and she tried to keep everyone else on time, and I really respect that, because I think it shows something, especially when it comes to how you handle your business, that you are on time and you're respectful of other people's time. So that was something I thought was really cool about Aaryn, that I just would never know from watching her videos. And the other thing about her from the Vegas trip, I know she is beautiful in her vlogs. If you're already following Aaryn on her channel, you know what I'm talking about. In person, girl is stunning. Like the level of pretty gorgeousness, it's unreal. And she just possesses this star quality about her. She has so much energy. She's so funny. She's so entertaining. She's the girl you want to go to Vegas with. But I feel like that's what comes across in her vlogs on her channel too. I'm never disappointed. I am always entertained every video that I click into. So if you're not already following Aaryn, I really think you'll enjoy her videos. She started her channel when she was pregnant with her first daughter, Skyla, and she just had her second little girl, Adeline, They are literally in the top 10 cutest kids on YouTube. You will just melt over the cuteness when you watch her and her 2 little girls because they are so cute. But she does a lot more than mommy vlogs. She does, again, like really funny, entertaining videos on her channel too. So her husband, Nick, and they always have very fun banter back and forth with each other. But this weekend, he's going shopping for outfits for her. So one of her videos coming up is going to be her trying on these outfits that she has no idea what he's buying for her. So I cannot wait to see that video. Nick, I hope you pick out some good outfits. But all this being said, this has gotten so chatty and out of control. I hope you guys like it. But when you are done watching this video, because I'm definitely gonna be sharing with you lunch, dinner, snacks, drinks, all that kind of stuff, make sure you go check out Aaryn's video because she's doing a Foodie Friday video for you guys too, so you can see what she eats in a day. But I'm gonna finish eating my breakfast and get back to work here, and I will see you guys for lunch. I am prepping dinner in the crock pot right now. I showed this on my Insta story a while ago, and it is so simple. All you need is a spoonful of minced garlic and one of these jars. I like the Bertolli creamy basil Alfredo, but really any Alfredo sauce will do. And then I just use a package. It's about 1.5 pounds of chicken breast, and just throw this all in the crock pot. I think the way mine is, it's on high for 4 hours, and I'll just serve this then over some veggie noodles, but you can serve this over regular pasta or rice or with any other kind of potato or side dish. All right, this is my afternoon snack. I'm having a banana with a spoonful of peanut butter. Normally there's a green omega-3 added Jif, but they were out of it last time, so I had to just get the regular Jif. And then I'm having a cup of the Fairlife chocolate milk, and this stuff tastes to me like a melted chocolate milkshake, so I love it. So I drank my first Yeti full of water and lemonade, so I'm just gonna add some more water to this. And I feel like this thing really does keep ice in there for so long, because it's been like hours that the ice has been sitting in this. Okay, so another snack I'm having, I just sliced up a Honey Crisp apple. I don't know if anybody else has Honey Crisp apples, but they are seriously my favorite apple out of any kind of apple variety. And no, this is not wine that I'm saving for myself or that I've already started. This is wine, sadly. Hate to see anything wasted wine-wise, but we had to mix it with dishwasher detergent because we've just had fruit flies really bad recently. And it's funny, Aaryn was actually just talking about how she has like a bunch of flies too in her house. So I don't know if this year is just like the flies are going wild or what, but supposedly this is supposed to trap them. Dishwasher soap or dish detergent, wine, and then you put like plastic wrap, and it's probably hard to see. So yeah, you poke those like little holes on the top there, and that supposedly should trap the fruit flies in here. But I think we did it yesterday and we got some, but I think they like are too smart now, like they figured this out. So let me know if you have any other hacks to get rid of fruit flies. All right, the crock pot meal is done. I just have to make the veggie spirals. So I'm gonna make both the butternut squash and the carrot, because for me and Adam, I feel like each of us would basically eat one of these servings. So I'm just going to mix them together, and then I will shred this up and put it on the top of it. I'm gonna run over the ball. Careful, careful, careful. Oh my God. but there's a couple of ways to make the veggie spirals, and I always just like putting them in my pan and just cooking them this way because then they're less watery that way. Somebody saw I didn't finish all of my apple snack, so you helping yourself? Yeah. Are you going through the fast food drive-through? Getting your apple? Oh, hey, Landon.
I take the drive-through with an apple.
Oh, you're gonna go through the drive-through and get an apple too? Your baby? Don't forget to feed your baby. Did you feed any to your baby?
No.
Oh. Happy daddy.
Yeah. Now that he's being nice to his sister, I'm happy daddy.
What are you guys doing in here?
I got 5
Coley, I love you.
What's on the carpet?
I love you. All right, so here's what it looks like. It's the squash and carrot spirals, and then the shredded chicken with the basil Alfredo sauce, and I just sprinkled a little bit of mozzarella cheese on the top. And yeah, and you have some too, huh? With some apples.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah. I can't find one of.
It tastes good?
Yeah.
You love using your spoon, huh, lately? Is that yummy?
Yeah, it's hard to hold it when you have twisted the other way.
God is. Amen. Very good. Did you say amen?
Yeah.
Yeah, with your yogurt already came out. Should people subscribe? Yeah. They click the thumbs up. Did you guys really think this could be a true Foodie Friday on my channel without a glass of red wine? I mean, it's part of the Mediterranean diet. Well, this is the end of the Foodie Friday vlog. If you like this, please click the thumbs up. If you're new, I hope you consider subscribing. I have a bunch of really fun videos coming up this summer for you guys, and into the fall, we're gonna be doing some fun trips I can't wait to take you along on. So I hope you join this fun community that we have going on here. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, loves.